Welcome back to First Freedom Day. We are about to walk into Jeremy Dys' office. He is the senior counsel here at First Liberty Institute. He's been so busy flying all over the country for depositions and hearings and all kinds of case matters, but we have a second to pop into his office, so let's go. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for letting us pop into your office.
Of course.
By the way, also, all your diplomas look great on the wall. You know, love West Virginia University. There you go.
Yeah.
Tell us about the shirt you're repping right now.
Yeah, actually, this is from high school. I got a chance to speak at my alma mater. I guess you call it that for your high school alma mater, but I got to speak there for the 50th anniversary celebration, and so they gave me a shirt, I guess, and just as a thank you for coming down and talking to my old high school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's really warm here in Texas today, so, you know, we got to get everything done with all the legal matters, but, you know, got to be a little more casual and be comfortable. So anyway, thanks for letting us pop in. You have been so busy with depositions, hearings, all kinds of case matters. Just give us an inside look of some of the cases you've been working on recently.
Yeah, we got a great team working on a lot of cases everywhere. We've got, for the last couple of months, we've been working on behalf of Dad's Place in Bryan, Ohio. The pastor there is it's open 24 hours a day, trying to shut it down. They're doing everything they can to stop that, including referring him to criminal court for trial for criminal charges for operating a church 24 hours a day. So far, they filed 9 charges. We've got 18 of those dismissed. We're still fighting on that one, but we're all being critically in that area to provide a place for people to be in a safe time. It's hot here in Texas. It's hotter for them in Ohio right now, and so they're experiencing some very extreme weather. It's cooler down here, frankly, but it's hotter for them in Ohio, and so they need some place to go so that they are, you know, safe even at night. But at the same time, we're working on behalf of Pastor Castro down in Gethsemane, San Luis, Arizona, Gethsemane Baptist Church. They have a food ministry down there, and the city doesn't like them bringing the trucks down there to be able to hand that out. Thousands of pounds of food that they give away all the time to people in the region, people in the city, people that come over from Mexico and take food back to the Mexican churches as well to provide food down there as well. Huge ministry. The church is facing some problems down there. We're trying to resolve that for them too. And we just got a reply the other day from our case down in Florida on behalf of the Herzls. This is a Jewish congregation down there that's trying to, exist in their HOA. And the And I never thought I would see something like that in 2024 America, but here we are, where we have that type of discrimination right underneath the problem of the religious liberty issues that we're rising to the court's attention right now as well.
That's just heartbreaking hearing some of the stories and the churches and some of the situations that we have to defend and step in on. And so thank you for being on the front lines. You're an amazing attorney, and we are so honored to have you on our legal team and defending these special clients. And an important thing about our business model, which is just amazing, is our clients never receive a bill from us. So as the chair of the Religious Institutions Practice Group, why do you think that business model is important?
Well, it's huge. I mean, number one, these are not moneymaker cases for big law firms to be able to bring in, so they wouldn't have a business model to be able to follow. That's one thing. But more practically, I think of Chris Avell, the pastor of Dad's Place, and Pastor Castro down in San Luis, Arizona. They don't barely have nickels to rub together to do the ministry that God's called them to do anyway. Pastor Avell, for instance, they pay, I think, like $1,000 a month in rent for their building. To pay an attorney would just decimate them. Pastor Castro, I mean, he would have to take money out of the budget that they get food with to give to people. So we would literally be taking food out of the mouths of people who need food in order to pay attorneys. We can't do that in good conscience, nor would we want to. And so thankfully, we're able to work on these cases pro bono for free so that they get top-notch representation. I mean, these are the attorneys that work with us. I've got an incredible team here at First Liberty Institute with Ryan and Camille working with me. Great organizational work we've got going here. But with the attorneys we bring in on the volunteer model, they've got access to firms that are in the top 50 of firms in the world. I mean, some of these places have like Jakarta and Paris on their letterhead, and they're working on cases in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and right on the edge of the border in Arizona, and then down there in Boca Raton, Florida, as well as we've got cases in Maine, we've got cases in Hawaii. So we've got cases literally from sea to shining sea, and one right in the middle of the sea as well. not only do they have the ability to bring those great attorneys to them, they actually have offices in these places as well that are able to help out and bring these cases and give them absolute professional representation at no charge, allowing them to be then free to go do the work that they've been called to do.
We really do have such a unique and amazing business model, and so amazing to be a part of it. If you're a volunteer attorney that's watching this, thank you so much for your work. We so appreciate you. We couldn't do this work without you, so thank you. Now, I want to transition a little bit to a little bit of a fun fact. So a lot of times when Jeremy and I work together, I'm actually behind the scenes and I'm working to get Jeremy on camera for a lot of our news spots. So whenever you see him on camera, we're working to get him on with the producers and all. So Jeremy, I want to ask you, what is a favorite memory of yours for like behind the scenes media moments?
Well, this happened before you got here, so you won't have any memory of it all, but your predecessor was with us in Atlanta. And we had done a big press conference there, and we're back in the hotel, and some TV wanted to interview us. And so we set up the laptop on basically a box, and the client and I sat side by side with our backs to the front door because the light from the window was giving us good light and all that.
You gotta have good lighting.
We're in a hotel in downtown Atlanta using the Wi-Fi, trying to do this TV interview, and wouldn't you know it, someone knocks on the door. So there's like a maid or somebody that is there to clean the room, knocking on the door, trying to get in the middle. We're live on TV at the moment. So my client and I stayed focused right on the camera, looking right dead eye on the camera. But your predecessor gets down on her hands and knees and army crawls to the door and somehow gets out there and shushes them away while we do the entire interview. So what you see on the camera is not always what's happening somewhere else in the background of these things as well, which is pretty fascinating.
You know what? First Liberty has committed employees. What can we say?
They really do.
We are dedicated and we are committed, but that's fun. Thanks for sharing. Well, anyway, we'll let you get back to your work, but thank you for taking the time to talk with us today and show us your office.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by.
Of course. So thank you so much for watching today for First Freedom Day. Be sure to stay tuned. We're not done for the day. And if you want the opportunity to be part of our $500,000 challenge grant, you can still be a part of it between now and June 30th. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next segment.